Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to the Nitro Addiction. How's everybody doing today? Beautiful Monday. Mark Nugent, what's up, brother? How are you doing? Rinks calling out the savages. It's not Beetlejuice over here, brother. Oh, better turn down my volume before the phone goes crazy. You guys don't want to hear that. All right, Northeast Mods, how you doing, brother? Big Boys Toys, what's up? Off the guy, how you doing, my brother? Hell yeah, appreciate everybody joining in. Don't forget that like button. I always forget it when I get into people's likes as well, or lives as well, so just a friendly reminder for those who want to. So finishing up my setup. A little late again today. Get my computer set up. All right, everybody. So, guess you guys are wondering what in the hell this is and where did I get it? Thanks to my brother, Often Guy. Found ourselves a golden nugget. Even before OG's paintball. I've always liked this body style, always wanted it. I finally found one that was reasonable on a pretty clean truck. I mean, it's got a little bit of dirt to it, but everything on it should be in good working condition. So, thank you, Often Guy. You are badass, my brother. Oh, before I forget, tomorrow is supposed to be good weather. So we're going to get back to painting some bodies. I got to get hybrids body painted for the raffle that he won. And I got to get a couple other bodies painted coming up here pretty soon. But tomorrow we're going to, if I get everything ready in time, we're going to work on Hybrid's truck. Let's see. Big boy in his freaking heat waves. We're in a heat wave right now. It's like 40-some degrees today. So Corey's in the house. What's up, brother? How you doing? All right, let me take care of my allergies real quick. Allergies suck. Hugh's in the house. What's up, brother? How you doing? What is going on, everybody? So before we dive into this truck, though, I do got something else I want to show you guys. So I'm going to set this off to the side. And then there's that beast. And that beast came with that beast. So, got more cool toys to play with. Hello, Grandma. CJ, what's up? Holy Savages, what is that? What did you see? The other savage I just put on the floor? Don't worry, Grandma. Your truck's coming soon, I promise. Hello, baby doll. Don't let me forget tonight after the live to send you names and addresses for the prizes that came like 3 weeks ago, and I sent them home with the wife. She just needs the addresses and she's going to get them out. I promise everybody. They're coming. So anyways, oh, look at there. It's got that little skinny spur gear on it that gives some people problems. Look at that little thing. Skinny. Skinny. But we got the right bell. So we shouldn't have any problems. That truck also comes with a nice Savox steering servo. I don't know. Actually, let me check it out real quick. Can you guys see that? That guy. It's the silver 1283. So the numbers on it are SA 1283. I've never actually looked into those, so I don't know. I don't know the specs on it. But, I mean, look at that. Just a beautiful engine. It's got some runtime on it, but there shouldn't be a lot. It's still got really tight compression. It looks fairly new. So, it didn't come with the pull start or roto start, but I'm not worried about it. I have it. Pipe's in pretty good shape. But man, look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's clean. Yes, sir, it is. Oh, and Mark Nugent, if you're still on here, I saw your comment from yesterday asking if everybody's invited to the track. Yes. Wild Man Digging. How you doing, brother? Glad you can make it. See my pretty purple with no scratches. Anyway, so these are still out there to be found. You just gotta, it's like hunting for, or gold mining. You just gotta know where to look. But this little beauty is today's golden nugget. Yes, I wish everybody in here could come and hang out at the track and run. I think that'd be freaking awesome. And I seen a comment where somebody said, be like Twisted Metal. Yes. Michael Graham, what's going on, brother? Glad you could make it. Hell yeah. Welcome all new viewers. But anyway, so this has the F46 in it. I haven't checked anything out on it other than the body. There's a couple little spots in it, but I mean, it's close enough that, this is just going to sit on the truck and look good. I'm not going to bash this body, of course. But I mean, it looks like they really never flipped it over. I mean, they had a couple crashes in it, but nothing serious. So, there's that. He says, how familiar are you with the vintage Picos? Off the guy? Off the guy's knowledge of vintage Picos is ridiculous. Let's just put it that way. So, and this here has the pull start on it. Trying to see what kind of compression we got. Seems pretty tight. The guy I got this from seems like a pretty legit guy. Off the guys dealt with him, so I trusted his judgment on it. And turned out to be a pretty good deal. I mean, when they're in good shape, they're pricey anyways, but still a pretty decent deal. So, no complaints. Air filter looks to be kind of shot. And it did come with an old school remote. I think this is one of the newer version servos for the Savage. It's SF10W waterproof. Don't know how waterproof that actually is. And I have no idea what that is. It looks like a JR Racing, but I can't really make anything out on it. But anyways, so we're not going to do a major teardown on this. Looks like that shock had a blowout. There's shock oil all over that that front right arm. We may do a teardown of this now that I'm looking at it. I mean, it's mostly clean. Just got your normal wear, tear, run, all that good stuff. But I do want to pull this engine out, take it apart, see what kind of life it has in it. Yeah, it's a front squatter. Instead of the Carolina squat or whatever the hell they call those trucks, it'd be an Omaha front squatter. Yes, Grandma, I got your address. The plan is I got a little bit I'm going to do to your truck. Don't ask questions. Just going to do something cool. You'll like it. And then I'm going to take it home this next weekend when I get to go home. And I'm going to have the wife mail it out next week. So it is coming, I promise. And then when you guys get it, you got to let everybody know when the live is going to be so we can all see your reaction. Wildman says, I have a question. I have a slightly gummy engine. Do I need to pull bearings to clean, or can I leave them and clean it good? It just depends. A lot of them you can just clean it up. Adding some, hitting it with some WD-40. WD-40 is like a nice greaser, a degreaser. And then, hit it with some, I always use after-run oil to lube up my bearings. And if they're not gritty and they're not all seized up, you can get away with using them. It just depends. You'll know when they're bad. And some people change them out just because. Richard B, what's up, brother? How you doing? Some people just change them out so they don't have to mess with, with faulty bearings, stuff like that. Yeah, pretty much what Often said. Tony Kart Racer, what's up? It's Nitro. Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much all we do here is Nitro. That's why it's, hence Nitro Addiction. To all you newcomers, welcome to Nitro's Anonymous, where we all talk about our addictions. There are no real doctors here, but we all try to comfort each other. Because we all have a major addiction to this shit. I have what I believe is a Pico P21 modded by Rod Paris. Nice. Has a black crankcase like blue head P21. Also has a black head, has the aluminum carb, and has the Pico cast on it. So just trying to identify. I want you to know he ain't trying to sell it to you. You can't have it. He just wants to identify it. Way to go, Northeast Mods. Nah, Northeast Mods got a pretty good channel. Everybody go check him out. Give him a sub. Anybody else that has channels that I'm not aware of, go sub to them too. Well, Granny doesn't really do any RC racing, but she wants a Savage, and she got one for Christmas, so I just got to finish it. I thought it was finished, and then I found something that I'm going to change, so. Turns really just a little sluggish, hoping the carb is okay. And like Haggard says, for anybody that watches Haggard, as you burn it, fire it up, the nitro, the heat, it will clean all that stuff out. But me personally, I like to clean out the gummy shit with some WD-40, especially if it's a used one, because you don't know what other people have done to it. And as long as everything's spinning smoothly, put some after-run oil in the bearings, lube everything up, put it back in. You'll see we're going to tear this one here down and do the same thing. So as long as the bearings are good in it, we're just going to pull it apart, clean it, lube it, put it back together. But like I said, everybody, tomorrow night we're going to be trying to paint, so come check it out. So I should have kept my Savage. I might have gotten one or two of them. But I love the Savage platform, regardless of who thinks what's the best. I've always liked the Savage platform. I think they look cool. Just like the way that they are. Yep, everybody should own a Savage or 2 or 3. Can sub to me for boats and match. Oh, sorry, Lotus. Don't forget about Lotus. Go sub to Lotus. Check him out. Definitely. Rink's a good one too. You know, pretty much everybody in here has an awesome channel. Go sub. That's some funny shit. Let's see here. Woogie's got a crazy channel too. Go check him out. He's got some shiny objects. Hugh said he's doing videos. Let's see, back in a minute. I gotta take a trash out. All right, brother, we'll be here. Hello, boatman. Bought a second hand and ran it, but it's been a couple years since I ran it. It's just a tad sluggish by hand. Yeah, I mean, never hurts to tear them apart. Like I said, I'm gonna do it to this one. So if you have any questions about anything, if I can't answer, maybe I can show, and somebody here definitely is gonna have an answer for you. Man, either there's 14 people here that do not like the show or forgot about the like button. Okay, 13. Drone Life, what's up? How you doing? All aspects, how's it going, brother? What you doing? It kind of sounds like I'm starting to lose my voice. But I don't know why. Big Boy says my channel has pretty ladies. Yes, it does. Yeah, Big Boy's got a great channel too. Corey does cooking stuff, but on other people's channels. Oh, shit. Travis Robinson, what's up, brother? How you doing? Hit the like button when you get the ramp. I had 10 ramps out yesterday, and I jumped over what the equivalent of a fridge would be, Lotus, so sorry if you didn't get enough. Not a problem, wild man. All right. Maybe we should zoom in a little bit. It's probably too much. No, it's not bad. Something like that. No, better do more. Back up, back up. Oh, stop it. All right, I promise I'm not trying to give you guys an aneurysm or a seizure. Those weren't your ramps. Yes, they were. I paid $20 for that to be my track for the day. I had to share it with a bunch of people, but it was mine for the day. So don't take that away from me, boatman. Want to see a Savage at the track? I've tried to take a Savage to the track, and you know, they don't handle the best on the track, which is why I had actually, like, the truggy wheels that's on my Mugen truggy. I got those for the Savage, and I had started to lower and, you know, trying to tune up the suspension and shit. Did all kinds of stuff, but I never got it back out, and then I kind of got away from it. So, like, if you don't have a good setup, I'll be up and down those stairs a whole lot more than what I was. Let's put it that way. I mean, you know, you got to drop it. You got to put some good racing tires on it. You know, when you drop it, if you set it up right, you won't get as much roll. But no, they're hard to set up for tracks. You know, that's why they came out with the truggies, which was pretty freaking awesome. Because yeah, it's a pain in the butt. But, you know, if you got the time and the money and you just, you know, the want to, it can be done. Just doesn't mean that we want to. Oh, thank you, Grandma. Appreciate it. HPI is all I own. I have 2XL, K59. Oh, you got the Octane. Nice. A 21, 4.6, and 2 Nitro Monster Kings, and a Nitro Rush, all great shape. Hell yeah. I got a 21. but it's in the box sealed. So I don't have really a 21 that I can run. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having an octane, but I mean, if I had my choice, I'd go with like a different fifth scale. I don't know, I always thought the octanes were kind of goofy looking, but at the same time, I think they're cool that people have them. You know, like I don't want to hate on it or nothing. Just, I never was crazy about the octane. That's just me though. You're gonna need sway bars. Yeah. Then I have sway bars on the XL. You know, I could always get another set or swap them over if I were to do that, but I mean, it's just a big pain in the butt. Truggies and buggies are so much funner on the track. I'm gonna go okay, but commit blasphemy and put a Traxxas servo in an HPI. You know, it's not the end of the world. Or you weren't gonna go live. Addiction, need nitro therapy. I always go live, brother. I only miss days when I'm on vacation, and it's not ideal. But I try not to miss days because I know what it's like whenever I want to see something. So I try not to miss any days, brother. Don't care much for my 21. Left my octane. A little hard to tune, but once dialed, and it rips. So should we take them into the nursery? There's a couple people in here that are new, probably haven't seen the nursery. I got a nursery of Savages. Pretty sure it's just a 2-speed. I don't think they did any upgrades to this. Pretty sure it's all just stock. He says, "Hellish, yeah." All right. Here we go. There's Grandma Vic's truck. Let me zoom out. And then right there's the one we do the big jumps with. Everybody knows the buggies. That's that other new one I just showed you. Let me get this box out the way. So we got a Stampede. We got a Sin that I have a transmission for now. Need to get it fixed. I have an SS kit and a 21. The 21 sealed. The kit is not, but it's still in bags. Couple of projects going on back there, and then the orange one. All those run. The ones up front. Pretty much all these are runners. There's nothing in that box, just pieces. But yeah, everything from the XLs forward, they're all runners. The back row's not. Oh yeah, thanks, Wild Man. Air Lotus, there's your ramp. There, I got the ramp out. Got some bodies. I got some future project bodies as well. But yep, that's my collection. Stack of bodies over there. Actually, I don't think we've really been through these bodies. And like some of these are hard to find. This here's the twin to the pink one. And I got an extra Sin body. Oh. Yep. One problem is I can't run them all at the same time. Oh. Northeast says, "Nice stable." Thanks, sir. Appreciate you. Appreciate it, Wild. wild man. Look at all that sweet. There's my slider, just chilling. Yes, sir. Working on it. Thank you, Grandma. I got too many projects going. Yeah, I got too many projects going, but we're getting there. All right, so now to get down to business. Get down to the good business. Like I said, most of this truck's in really good shape. It just needs a little bit of cleaning, but it's not too bad. And then, of course, we just want to take the engine apart, just have a good look at it, clean it up, give it some oil. Oh, got it. Yeah, my very first Savage, this was the engine that it had. It was the later gen that had the the body that I use for all the big jumps and stuff, like the what is it, the gunmetal and black. It has the big orange symbol on the roof, big orange HPI symbol. I don't know what gen they are, maybe 5th, probably 4th. Hell, I don't know. Anywho. Go. Probably at least should get some tools out. And yes, I know, not very organized. But we will call it organized chaos. Anyways. What's going on, Brett? How you doing, brother? My problem, too many projects going. The T-Max, the MGT, the RC10G, the HPI MT. Wow. What fuel would you recommend I use to run 500 bones brew, but had to switch and don't care much for what I got, but need to get new fuel. Yeah, like Lotus says, VP or Sidewinder. I run VP because that's what my local shop here has, and I mean, if that weren't the case, I'd be probably ordering VP from A-Main. I hear they got decent deals on it, but everybody likes Sidewinder as well. Let's see. Thank you, Awfully Guy. I just noticed that. It says, awesome collection, brother. Appreciate you. That's the 4.6 I have with the big orange symbol. I think they're 5th gen. Yeah, the 4.6 and the XL are the same, basically. Hang on, I say that. Maybe not. Maybe the XL is the orange and black, like what's on that box in the other room. I can't remember. There's so many different generations of it, but yeah, it was like the first gen that had the orange in it. Sorry, this was the first gen, I think. Mine would be the second gen that had the orange. Anyways, enough rambling. Yeah, this thing really blew up a shock. I didn't realize how wet that arm was. Nope. John D, what's up? How you doing, brother? Hell yeah, thank you for stopping by, my friend. I feel like I'm missing some comments in here. Oscar says, I'm building another Savage. I probably got enough parts I could build like 4 or 5 of them. I just don't have all the little pieces. So I figure I'd just keep some of them in pieces and use them as spare parts. I have at least 4 of them that I could build. Order straight from them, it's cheaper. Oh, from VP? Hell yeah. Torque goes 208 for 4 gallons shipped in the Conus. Hey, that's not bad, 208. And Torco's not bad either. I mean, as long as you're not getting Traxxas fuel, which I don't care what anybody says, there's too much oil in it, and it only works on Traxxas engines. But yeah, most of the fuels out there are pretty decent. Come on. Get in the hole. It's like the blind leading the blind over here. Why won't you go in the hole? You guys ever see that movie from back in like the 80s? Had Richard Pryor and, oh, who played Willy Wonka? It's not Gene Hackman, Gene Wilder. I think it was called Hear No Evil, See No Evil. And Gene Hackman was deaf and Richard Pryor was blind. And he goes up to that girl, he's like, yeah, in blind school they told us just to feel our way around. That's pretty much what I'm doing over here, is feeling my way around. But that was a good movie. Oh yeah, gotta loosen the exhaust. Yeah, the shocks definitely need to be rebuilt. But I mean, overall, the truck's in really good shape. There you go. If anybody needs a pull start for their Savage. I mean, of course, Force may not be around much longer, but it's a little dirty. Oh, where's that? 4K uploads take forever. I don't go hobby shop in my town, so I have to order. Yeah, order VP straight from VP. I don't know. There's all kinds of opinions on what percentage nitro and oil you should run, but yeah, if you get it straight from them, it's cheaper. So glad to have the GoPro back. I need a GoPro bad. That sucks, wild man. I'm fortunate enough I got a hobby store with an indoor carpet and an indoor dirt track for nitros, literally 5 minutes away. So we try to go run there every once in a while and do lives. Hope you get to join us next time. Some pretty cool stuff. I've seen that movie 3 times. I've seen it a few times as a kid. That's why it says Traxxas? Yes. Jason, what's going on, brother? Welcome. Old man R, how you doing, brother? All my brothers, how you guys doing? Great run on the track. Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I'm learning. You know, I know everybody's trying to give me tips. While I'm driving. Hey, just a little hint, guys. I can't see the comments while I'm driving, and I'm already trying to do 3 things at once. If I try reading the comments, it's gonna be a bad day out there. But I do read them periodically, and then I go back and watch later on. I appreciate all the help. I'm just trying to have fun and kind of get used to the feel. When I start trying to make good time, which I'll never have the time or the money or just, I'm never going to be able to truly race. But it is a blast, and I appreciate everybody joining in and throwing out your tips and everything. Just if I don't get around to it and I'm not doing it the way you want, just realize we're having fun, and I can't see everything while I'm doing it. So, but I appreciate all the help. But glad you liked it, old man. We have a blast. I may have to go get my heat gun. Heat this booger up. Oh yeah, it broke loose and I didn't have to go get the heat gun. I like it. Awesome, wild man. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Grizz is in the house. What is up? Nice race you did. You get to meet the other Nitro guy there. Nah, I seen the comments where everybody's like, man, is he done already? He come out there like 3 or 4 different times. And when I got there, he was out there moving stuff around on the track to kind of open it up from the oval. And he opened up all the doors. And I think that he works there, but I've never seen him before. So I think he would just kind of come out and take a quick 15-minute break, run it, and then go back in there and go to work. That's all an assumption. I don't really know. But yeah, I didn't get to meet him. Hey, I got almost brand new clutch shoes on that one too. Nice. But no, he was pretty good. I was watching what he was doing and trying to kind of learn the routes that he was taking. So once I started, and yeah, often guy, I seen it where you said have him pull you on a trailer. It was actually kind of funny. But I was trying to chase him around like Rinks was telling me to do. But But then all of a sudden he was coming up behind me again, and I'd have to let him pass, and then I'd try chasing him for a little bit, and then he was coming up behind me again. Like he's a really good runner. So I'm assuming he's a racer, and it seemed like he worked there. All right. But no, it's good times. It's good times. I have another question. I want to switch my rigs to pull start. What all do I need to do that? Okay. So you running the 4.6 like this? Is it the generation where it goes straight in the back and it's that crazy drill style? Which is what mine originally came with this with my version. Give me a second. I have to scroll down through the comments and see what you're saying. All right. Don't come out spring. Cool. It's got like a nice little retainer clip in there to keep it from just popping out. But to be on the safe side, if I can do it without falling. Wrap a zip tie around it. Maybe. Yes, in the K59. So I'm trying to remember because my old setup came with that starter on it, and I think I swapped it out for the pull start myself. So if it has that starter, I don't think that has the one-way bearing. I think the one-way bearing's inside that drill starter, if I'm not mistaken. So if you do away with that and do a pull start, you'll have to, because that thing, it had like for the hex head, it had like instead of a one-way bearing, it was like a grub screw that you stick the starter shaft in, but it had a grub screw that holds it to the shaft, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, basically, like you would have to, I'm trying to think. Because I know the parts are different between this one and the other ones, and so I'm trying to remember exactly. He said that was funny when you put the buggy on the bleacher. I got tired of walking up those damn stairs, and I wanted to put it up on a table so I could hit the tuning screw on it. Tired of bending over. Nice. I can't wait for Hugh to fire up that engine. That's gonna be cool. But so I'm trying to think what parts are needed. So with that engine, does it come with on the inside? Does it come with the starting pin, the little spring, and this? And this got a flat side for the grub screw. Is that what you got, Wildman? It's been so long since I've seen that engine with, like, I haven't had mine together or working in years. So I'm trying to remember. Even the one-way bearings are different between the 25, 4.1, 4.6, and 5.9. Yes. Yeah, in the new K46 with the, you know, the orange bodies and those newer style tires, they come with the 14 millimeter bearing, and the older ones come with the 12. So you got to know which starter unit you're using, which pull start, you know, the one-way bearing, the shaft. It's like everything's different. This one seems to have some pretty good compression. All right. Not 100% sure. Haven't pulled it apart yet. Yeah, like I said, they're all a little bit different. But if it's the one I'm thinking of where it goes straight in the back, it basically has this flat piece in it like this. It's got a little pin and spring in there. And you'll see when we open this up, because I think this has the same thing in it. Where's my other screwdriver? But yeah, whatever starter that you get, it's like the size of the bearing changes on the outside. But for the most part, these shafts are all about the same, if I'm not mistaken. But I've never really tried to like compare them to each other and take one apart and see if it fits in the other. I know some of the parts are interchangeable, but I don't know which ones. I just know that I wasn't crazy about that roto start. And I ended up switching over to an actual drill. I don't think I put a pull start on that. I think I just went with a drill. But basically you're going from, you're going from something that doesn't have a one-way bearing to, you know, to something that needs it. Because as far as I know, they claimed that the one-way bearing was basically within that drill start. Hybrid. Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Oh, that makes sense. Wow, I got all the old school Savages. That's good info. Yeah, I learned that because Nitro Wyatt's got one, and I was trying to help him out on Discord, like FaceTiming on Discord, and ended up sending him a roto start, the back plate for it, but it wouldn't fit because mine was for a 12 millimeter and his one way was a 14 millimeter. But he's got it figured out now. Let go. She's a little gummy. Oh, look at that. I've never seen that before. Pulled the pin right out. That's funny. Usually you got to fight to get it out of the whatever you call that. Crank pin holder, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so it should come with this same piece like I was showing a minute ago. But I think on that model, it has like a flat side. Hybrid, I think, would know. He's got the same truck. Hybrid, you're still there, right? It's offset to the side. Oh, okay, so it's not right in the middle. But yeah, you should be able to, if it's got a one-way bearing, you should be able to just take it off and put a pull start on it. There's a lot of different ones that fit, whether it's the force, the axial. You can find the HPI ones. So if it's got it off to the side and it's got the one-way bearing in it, then you shouldn't really have to change much. You should be able to just get a pull start that fits over that one-way bearing. Damn, try to scroll down a little bit to see comments and it goes all the way to the bottom. You said, yep, pin right out there. Keep kicking the camera stand. Let's see. Picked up a Savage with a Wasp 28 on it. I hear those are pretty good engines. Would be interesting to see. Nice, Hybrid's working on a rush. Hey, welcome, Wallman. Anytime, brother. And for the most part, if I can't help, somebody here can. Alrighty, so yeah, so see if you guys can see that. So that's the kind of stuff you're dealing with on that gummy engine. It gets down in the bearings, and like this one actually turns pretty freely. But we can get all that cleaned up out of there. Now, also, you don't want to lose a little spring. If you take a 1.5, oh, get out of there. Come on. Usually the spring comes right out with it. Might be gummed in there though, not wanting to come out. There it is. So yeah, don't lose that spring. Spring looks okay. Yep. Little yucky, not too bad, exactly. Yeah, that's just some gumminess. Like I don't see any rust. I mean, even on the crank itself, pretty sure it's just gumminess, lacquer, whatever. Old ABM problems. What is that? Aluminum, brass, nickel? And ABC is aluminum, brass, chrome. I don't think I've ever had a ABN. Only ABC. I might even actually have some parts for this guy. I mean, personally, just because I always like to put these back the same way that they came out. Take a razor blade and just scratch a line towards the back. And then you know which way it came out. Definitely got some crud in there. You're the Savage Guru. You live in the ABC life. Usually on small blocks. Yeah, I've had a couple small blocks back in the day, but I like the big blocks. So decent color. Looks like you had a good tune on it. Got that nice golden color to it. Not a bunch of black leaned out burntness. I'm hoping that the shims are attached to the sleeve. Let's put the 15 FE because the old head is square. I've never had one of the square heads. I'm curious to see if that plug's still good. before glowing anyways. I'd say the plug's probably shot. Burn out some old nitro. This smells good. It smells like the track. Yep, so there's all the shims. Looks like 2 thick shims. But the plug is fine. I mean, maybe. I think it's only $25 for a pinch. I can get it done cheaper than that. It just cost me shipping. Now, does everyone believe in sealing bearings with a small amount of gasket seal? I've never heard of it around the bearings. Like if this still has a good seal, you don't really need it, but a lot of times I'll put a dab around here and then like around the carburetor where it inserts here. But I've never done it around the bearings. Never actually heard of that. But I mean, them racers, like they do all kinds of stuff. Head don't look too bad either. It's got a little bit of some sort of crud sitting on it, but hopefully we can get this out without a major fight. But I doubt it. Oh, that's where you were meaning? Yeah, so around the back plate and the carburetor, not so much around the bearing. I got you. Oh, wow. I thought for sure we was going to have a struggle. Got it up quite a ways just on that first try. I mean, you can tell this thing's been sitting a while, and normally that means that sleeve ain't coming out without a fight. It's now gently. I know not everybody believes in this, but gently. You can even use a paper towel to kind of helps. Maybe not so much. Yeah, that came out real easy. I'm really surprised. You guys have seen some of the struggles I've had getting some of these old sleeves out. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4 port plus 2 booster ports. Unless they call these different. Seems like all of them I've ever heard people talk about, these are like a plus. They don't count them as the actual ports. Just the tip. I'm a red level Honda motorcycle technician through Honda certification, so I have a little skills. Nice. I am just an electrician. Or as some would say, just a dumb electrician. But yeah, this thing's like sticky gummy. But the rod's free. Not sticking in it. Better sleeve pinching. You talking to me, mods? Just a tip. Exactly, mods. That one popped right out. Nice and easy. Those are boost ports. Yes. Boost bypass ports. Nice. I don't know what any of it means. But I can tell you what it's called. I'm a gold level backyard mechanic that has dabbled in Hondas. Sparky also was a bricklayer right out of high school. Worked in the union for a while. I used to do foundations right out of high school. Don't ever do that work. That work sucks. I met more drug addict, felon, can't show up to work. Just, I mean, there's probably some good people in the field. Don't get me wrong, but man, I worked with this guy, and the first thing he said to me was, "Hi, my name's Kenny. I used to be a crackhead. I'd take my $500 paycheck and smoke it all up in crack." And I was like, "Why are you telling me this?" All right. So before we do test to see how much life is in this, put a little bit of oil on it. Make sure it slides nice. You know, she's going to have a little bit of life left in her, but definitely could use a repinch. I think you can still get these piston and sleeves as well. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's, you know, it's still got some life left in it. Probably even quite a bit. Hunters are like savages. Can't beat them. Yeah, you, Addy. Alright, well, he's a really close friend. And he's on here quite a bit, making a fool of himself. No, I'm just playing. I don't know if he wants everybody bugging him about it. No, often the guy does a pretty mean job of pinching sleeves. He's got himself a tool. That would be my guy. We'll definitely have to take this to, ugh. Wow, look at that shit inside there. I don't know if you can see the little crusties down around the ring. But definitely need to take this to the sink. Give it a good scrub. JW's in the house. What's up? I get the hookup for you, JW. Or, Northeast Mod, sorry. Alright. So now... No, not that one. This guy. And this guy. Those pinch tools are expensive. Yeah, that's why I just send it to my guy. But these flywheel pulling tools by Huddy, $6 on eBay. Expensive stuff would be the bearing pullers. Those tools are pricey. Does not want to go. I need something with some more oomph. Hey, it's working. And I'm sure I could heat it up and get it to come out a lot easier. But plastic versus steel. There's some of that lacquer that was on the inside of it. Yeah, these bearings feel nice and smooth. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to, change them, but I still don't have a bearing puller for this size. I need to get me one. As many nitros as you have, I'm surprised that you don't have the pinch tool to do it with. For resizing the sleeves, often guy says you're a mess. Stop it. You know how many crankshafts I've knocked out with that tool? I mean, it should be obvious. I guess not if it's all blurry. There you go. I'm seeing the delay in the computer so I can see what you guys are seeing. Repinched some sleeves a few weeks ago. I should upload the video. Oh, it was way cheaper. Hit it with your purse. Like a bigger hammer. And my own pinch tool to deal with. That hose clamp crap with the heat's not the way to go in my opinion. Yeah, exactly. What do you call it? A cold pinch? Like you don't want to heat it up and do it. You want to just do it naturally. Easier on the molecules, so to speak. What kind of heat work? But I made a copper ring to go under the clamp. Looks like you're doing a pretty good job of it, Afna. Hard to text, and he's sitting there texting out paragraphs. Seen people using a collar clamp with copper ring. Cut to go into the clamp. Seems to do a good job. Yeah, but if you got to heat it up, though, it works. It's a stronger metal if you keep it, do like a cold, what do they call it, a cold pinch. All right. So we'll take the rest of this stuff off, and we're going to take this over to the sink. And clean it. Heat the sleeve first. Well, I mean, that's the way some people do it. But kind of like what often the guys say, if he's got a tool that'll just squeeze it. And, if you do it cold, instead of heating it up, every time you heat up that metal and squeeze it like that, you're kind of reshaping the molecules. You do it while it's cold, it keeps a stronger bond. Often a guy can explain it better when he's busy with his daughter. I'll call it Chuck. Pitch mine with a head button in it so I don't lose my 360 degrees. Yep, every time Yeah, but you're not squeezing the metal. Hey, I'm not a metal guy. Often I can argue that stuff with you. But yes, you're right. You do heat it up. I'm running out of the go-go juice. Oh, you're welcome, Grandma. He says, good night, everyone. See you soon. Good night, Hugh. Didn't know you was here. So I guess I should say hello, good afternoon, and then good night. Appreciate you, brother. So I was going to use nitro to clean. Here's what's everybody's thoughts. There's a lot of good ways to do it. I think the bug uses, what is that stuff he's talking about? That purple something? He's always talking about something, but you can't leave it on there too long. It'll start to eat the aluminum. Some people bake them. I always just use a toothbrush. WD-40 is a good degreaser. And some Dawn soap. I always put a little WD-40 down in the bearings, just because it's it's a water displacement. So that's just me. And then I clean it out real good and put some after run oil down in the bearings. Question: if I wanted to build a Savage like the ones NITRO Addiction has, where could I order the parts, and about how much would it cost? Okay, so there's a couple different things going on here. You wanted to build a Savage, so you wanted to like buy a like a base or something that's old and dirty, and you just got to tear it apart, clean it, and add some pieces to it, or you want to build it completely from scratch. I mean, you can get any parts you want for a Savage on eBay. I know there's other places. I'm pretty sure Amazon, AliExpress. There's a lot of places like that. I just specifically shop on eBay. I've always had good luck on there. Some of the stuff's pricey, but at the same time, it's just, I don't know. I've never gotten ripped off on eBay. Well, I guess there was one engine that guy said had good compression, but failed to mention that the brass bushing was destroyed. But it depends on what all parts you end up having to get for it. These engines that I'm finding, like this one came with the truck, but like some of the old school purple ones, I mean, people are trying to sell them things for like 200 plus. So it just depends on what it is that how you're wanting to go about it. Yes, nitro fuel is a good cleaner, but for me, nitro fuel is expensive, so I don't want to use gold to clean silver. You know what I mean? To me, it's cheaper to use like WD-40 and soap and water, but to each their own. Yeah, I had so much oil sent down on the bearings that everything got oiled as I put it in there. And we'll put some more. Now, of course, you put a lot of oil in these, first time you go to fire it up, yeah, you're going to notice. But especially for me with all the Savages that I do have, I don't know when it is I'm going to run this. So I just want to make sure that after using that water, that it isn't going to rust. Big Boys is back. I know I'm behind on the comments. Yeah, that's my thought, Travis. Nitro fuel is expensive to waste on cleaner. It's a great cleaner. If it was cheaper, it'd be ideal. But yeah, it's so freaking expensive. I use some of my old stuff that's been sitting around for years. It's old, rather use it than throw. Yeah, if it's old and it's not fresh out of the bottle you're using to fire stuff up, then yeah, not bad. Purple power. Yep, there you go. That's what it was that the bug uses. I knew it was purple something. I like simple green better. Yeah, I've used simple green. I don't know for. I mean, you guys see what I did? I hit it with some WD-40 to knock some of the grease loose with a toothbrush. Hit it with some Dawn, and I mean, for the most part, it's clean. Definitely clean enough. That oil has a sweet smell to it. Yeah, we're gonna see if that sleeve will just slide right in. If so, we're good to go. But if it's tough, then you can always put these in the freezer. Damn it. You can always put these in the freezer and it'll kind of shrink that brass up a little bit. It slides in much easier. But the way this one slid out, I bet it's going to go in pretty easy. Like a glove. Came out easy, went in easy. Seen the antifreeze in a crock pot method too. I've only heard of that for the exhaust. Never heard of that for the actual block, but I do need to go get a cheap crock pot and cook a couple of these. It's after run oil a must, some say. Yay, and some say if fuel has enough oil content, you're okay. Well, especially like with the VP, it's really good fuel. They say that you don't need after run oil with it, but of course, if you're going to put it up and not use it for a while, and it's been run and it's got the fuel, some fuel inside of it, it's good to have it because that fuel will cause it to rust because it attracts moisture. So they say VP is good enough that you don't need it. It's. I'm not gonna say yay or nay, just because I don't want to give bad advice. But I do it when I rebuild them, and if I'm not gonna use them for a while, I will add some in there. So like most of these engines that you guys have watched me rebuild, I put the oil in there, and some I've fired up shortly after, and some I haven't. So it just depends. But it's always good for long-term storage to have a little bit of after-run oil in it. Some people think and claim you got to do it after every run. I don't. That's just me though. I'm partially lazy, but I don't think that you need that much. But it depends on how you like. If you run it, it just dies on you, and it's got fuel setting in it, and you don't fire it up and burn it out, you could have some corrosion problems. It just depends on how you put it away and for how long. Travis wants to build it from scratch. I don't know. I haven't tried to buy all the pieces like that. I mean, you can get the side plates, you can get pretty much everything that you want for it, but it's probably going to be a little bit cheaper to buy, even if you buy a roller or a slider, or even one that's a little dirty and old, and you know, for me it's a little bit cheaper if you buy one to fix up. Trying to buy all the pieces from scratch, all the pieces are going to add up. By the time you get the wheels on it, the engine, all the different pieces. I mean, you're basically going to spend, I wouldn't say as much as a new one, but you're going to spend some money on it. So I don't know, man. I've never tried it that way. If you want to, there's nothing wrong with it. Do it how you want. But if you're looking for which way is cheaper, I would say buy a roller that, that's not completely rusted, that may need a few parts. You can find them for 150. You can, like, I guess, what is it called? Offer up or something like that. You can find them even cheaper. So, but I don't know. I've never tried it from scratch. It takes a lot of pieces, screws. Some of that stuff on the older models, it's harder to find. Easier to find a used model that you can tear down, clean up, than it is to find all the parts for like a 21 or a 25, which they're out there, but you just got to search, and then it gets pricey. JP's in the house. What's up? Some of the prices on eBay are crazy right now. Some absolutely beat stuff for 200 plus. Yeah, I always talk them down. Some of them, like one guy wanted like 250 for a turd, and I offered him 100, and he came back with 200, and I came back with 150, and then I think I got it for like 160 or something. And yeah, it just depends on what you can find. And I mean, the average going price for a runner, is going to be 250. Like this one that I just got that I'm showing you guys, it was right around 250. That's why I had to make payments on it. But I mean, it's not in bad shape for that price. I've seen some that were worse for more, and I've seen some that were better for less. So it all depends on where, what, if you can find the deal or somebody else already found it. Oh, thank you, Hybrid. I appreciate you, brother. If you're feeling the savage build, not a problem, Travis. You know, and if you're looking to get started with something, man, you know, we can talk. You know, we got Messenger, man. We can talk. I might have some extra stuff. You know, maybe we could work out some kind of deal. At least you would know what kind of quality you're getting. So just let me know what you want to do. And Wildman says, very good stream. I agree. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Years ago, I did use afterburner, but engine still didn't last. Likely what happened was dirt just got inside accidentally. Savage under 200 is a fair deal, I'd say. Yes, totally. But yeah, when it comes to the engines, I mean, you know, did you run it in water? You know, is the place where you're storing it got a lot of humidity? There's all kinds of factors that go into it because, yeah, if you get a little bit of moisture inside, your bearings are going to get rusty. And water has what they call wicking effect. So water will go up, you know, in the form of condensation. So, you know, you got the open exhaust, leads right in. So you can't get moisture in there even if it's not, say, sitting in water or it's not left open. So, yeah, there's a lot of factors that go into how you should store the engine. If you watch like A2RC channel, he even puts those little, what do you call them, the incandescent packs in it, you know, that absorb moisture. You know, he's real finicky about his motors, engines. You know, he puts a little bit of oil in them and seals them up and puts that in there and then seals up the package and stores them. So just depends. Everybody's got their own preference. Who's doing payment plans on Savages? Wouldn't you like to know? I got the hookup. Don't you worry. I don't just shop eBay and go with random people. I've probably got 3 people right now that I can do payment plans on and get my Savages. It's like a crackhead, you know, looking for a crack dealer, man. I can find anything and make a payment plan out of it. I'm not rich. I'm poor just like everybody else. But yes, trust me, when I say payment plan, I mean payment plan. Is the VP fuel, and they say when using their fuels, you don't have to use after-run oil. Exactly. There is one XL in the city by me for 150, but it's rough. You know, if the tires are good, the engine's good, and it's just some plastic and needs some cleaning, might not be a bad deal, but, you know, tires get expensive and engines get expensive, so, you know, it just depends on what's rough on it. And of course, you know, depending on what kind of body you want, if you want one of the old school originals, they can get pricey too. But that's not a bad price at all, JP. Like I said, just depending on what kind of work it really needs. Like the first one of these 25s I got, I swear to God, is set in water just deep enough to hit all the bottom screws. Every bearing in it was rusted solid. I couldn't turn nothing over. All the screws in it were rusted. The engine, I've showed you guys some of these engines inside. Like here, I'll get it for the new people. Just full of rust. Wasn't too bad, mostly just lacquer. That one, yuck. Yeah, that's rust. Yeah, and these 2 were probably the worst ones out of all of them that I got. I mean, that's so rusted it's flaking off. So, yeah, you got to be careful. So, for me, when I'm buying stuff used, I don't expect it to come with a good engine unless I've talked to the guy personally, like 3 people that I deal with. You know, I can ask them what kind of shape it's in, and they're honest with me and they'll send pictures. So you got to know who you're dealing with too. I need a roll bar for a 4.6 if anybody has one for cheap. You can get those off of eBay. I mean, I have a couple, but I like them. I don't know that I'm willing to part with one. Fact is, guys, the Savage, the only modern 8th scale truck that survived the last 20 years, too. Yes. Some of their old after run was shit. Like the green slime stuff. Desiccant packs. Thank you, Jay. I knew I was saying it wrong. Yeah, I think it was the Bug had. I just seen his video where he was talking about. It was like a little flat bottle of after run oil, and he was talking about how it gummed up the engine. And of course, that's what the hobby store up here carries. And I was like, nah. I had to wait a couple weeks to get this in the mail off eBay, but I wasn't about to get that crap that he had trouble with. Can you save those? I'm sure if you can get it out and get all the rust cleaned off of it and get it down to bare metal, and so the one looks like it's flaking, if you don't lose too much of that metal to where it doesn't throw it out of balance or whatever, probably. I don't really have the tools to clean that up. I need to get like a wire brush and put in my drill. Yes, you can. If as long as the block's not cracked, you could probably save just about anything. I do plan on getting them taken apart and probably just send it all to Offing a guy so he can just mess with it and pinch them for me, because I'm pretty sure that they all need a pinch. He's the only one I know that does pinches that I can, have personal contacts with. So he's my guy. eBay has it as an option. I need a payment plan. You can get payment plans, like you said. eBay has it as an option. Due to the nature of the hobby. Yes. Lotus says he can save those, use Evaporust. Hell yeah. Yeah, and I mean, you guys have suggested a few different things, and I'd like to get some and try it out on here on a live, just so people could see, what works, what doesn't. Good about a big block engine. There's many repinch services available for $25 each. Nice. With Rusty's and an insane amount of luck, those nitros could look brand new. Ka-chow. Yeah, that is the plan at some point. All right, so now let's clean up this gummy guy. Yeah, one of the reasons I like to really rinse out the block and get it cleaned up, rinse it, hose it down with some WD, dry it off real good, and put some after run oil in it. I always worry about what kind of crap got in there from the previous owner, and I don't want to, if it's still good, I don't want to mess it up. So it's always a good idea, especially on the used ones, to tear them apart before you fire them. And granted, I have done some where I didn't tear it down first, and you could say got lucky, but just from what I could tell, it was in good shape, so I wasn't really worried about it. But for the most part, I tear down all the engines that I get used. Here's some lacquer crud coming off of this little gasket that's in here. Either that or it's part of the gasket. Should be good. Put a little oil around this to help it slide in, and it should help it seal a little bit as well. Yeah, hybrid. Tomorrow weather's supposed to be nice. I'm gonna start painting the second body, since I messed up that first one, and then hopefully within the next couple of weeks I'll be able to get it sent out to you. Just a dab. Oh, can't forget the pin and the spring. And you can put these springs back in the same way that you pull them out. Fit perfectly on a 1.5. And you just lean it to the side a little bit to get it to hook, and it'll pull it right off. And the only way that I can get these in is by using needle nose. Sometimes these needle nose become magnetized. So you want to be careful when you let go and think that it's good that you don't pull it out. So I always slide off to the side, or I throw my pin on the floor like that. I know about where it went, and I have a magnet. Oh, let's see. I think I showed Raw this. You guys remember a few weeks back when I was changing out the piston connecting rod, and I shot this thing off and was like, oh well, I got another one. I found it. See if I have the same luck with this pin. If not, I have extras. I may not find this one. Alright, well, I'll just get my back up and I'll search for it later. Alright. I know it's right down there though, because these don't go very far, and I heard it hit the lamp. Alright. The pin is in. I think that's all I need to put in there. Yeah, and some of these have the one-way bearing on the inside. There it goes. That clip. Oh, hell yeah, hybrid. I hope it runs perfect for you. Should be a good truck. But yeah, I found that clip. Later on that night, I was just running my little magnet around in the carpet looking for it, and I found it. Hasn't moved it. That's where it stuck to, and I left it there just so I could show you guys. so I think the screws for the pull start, the screws that go in the back are the same. Yep, it's coming, I promise. LOL, there it is. Yeah, you remember that night, don't you? Put a little touch of grease, keeps it from flying. Ah, good tip, brother. Yeah, I was trying to make sure I was able to like let go of it because the tools get kind of magnetized and want to hang on to it. And then of course, as I stuck it in there and was trying to gently let go of it, the spring said, "Get out of here." Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I found that clip. If you got a good strong magnet like those little parts containers, magnetic parts containers, I mean, you can find anything in the carpet. I probably got a couple of clutch shoe springs laying around somewhere. All right, I need to go clean up. Clean these parts. You guys coming with? If you just bought a jam and chuggy yesterday, brother. Yeah, that thing was nice. Back just had to give my meds some time to kick in for the $1 million now. Hell yeah. Remember the night hybrid one, my Savage? I was 2 millimeters from winning. It was close, brother. I wouldn't be discussing me building one because I would be a proud owner of one built by Addiction. That is awesome. All right, off to the sink we go. Did I see RPM's name on here? RPM, what's up, brother? See what works good. Oh yeah. It's not just color. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna get them looking good again. It's good about. Am I that far behind? I think my phone got stuck. Guess what I got, RPM? So the only place that I could find these was what was the name of that store? Here, one sec. Track Star RC was the only place that I could find the lefts. There's a bunch of rights and no lefts, and of course the one I broke was the left. So if anybody's interested, IF488 gunmetal MP9 TKI4. So here pretty soon we're gonna start that rebuild. Yeah, WD-40 works great as a degreaser. In case anybody did not know. You ever had those old air filters where they're real sticky and gummy and you can't, no matter how much Dawn you use, you just can't get the crud out of them and they just stay sticky and gummy? WD-40 works freaking phenomenal. Yeah, years back I had one that had sit for a couple years, and I just, no matter how much Dawn that I used, I could not get the tacky out, the sticky, greasy, grimy, nasty, whatever. It just would not come out. I hit it with some WD-40, and I mean the WD-40 will take the blue or even the red color of the filter oil right out and make it just a white filter again. These bristles don't really make it down in there far enough to get all the stuff out, but it's a good start. I guess you guys can't even see what the hell I'm scrubbing. Didn't realize I wasn't in camera frame. Yeah, for people that were in the live yesterday and it just shut off, man, that was a 100% fully charged battery on my phone. So I guess we kind of know the limit of it now. But usually when it dies at nighttime, it's just because I didn't have it charged up all the way. But that's alright, because Jay was starting his live and it was time for everybody to head that way anyways. Dawn Power Wash is great. Yeah, I hear good things about it. I've never bought it for the RCs. I just get the cheap bottle of Dawn. Soap and toothbrush works. Yes, it does. I use that same cleaning method. There's always a spot waiting for you. Nitro A scrub tub. So is anybody thinking, does that sink aerator working? Addiction drops the carb. We was hoping we weren't going to drop the carb. What are you cleaning those parts with? I hit them with WD-40 just to break through the grease, and then Dawn. Nothing special. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, these parts here are usually like the most grimiest, and this was actually pretty dirty and is that sticky grease. So I hit it with some, with that WD-40 really helps cut through the grease. I don't think they meant to make it a degreaser when they were inventing it, but it does work as one. How long has that Loctite been sitting without a cat? Hope it's not dried up. I opened it, 10 minutes ago, maybe? Thank you, Lowe's, but I think it'll be fine, brother. So yeah, there was some grime sitting inside there and down in the head. Oh hell, I'm way too close to the camera. I tried doing that sitting down, and I can't see. Come on, focus. But I mean, my toothbrush only reaches in there so far, so it didn't get all of it. But for the most part, it cleaned it up. And then I always put some tube on here to make sure that I can Blow through this. Make sure it's not clogged to help blow any water out of there. Drives on absence of air, so you can leave it open forever. Oh, so it'll stay white until it's white. It'll stay wet until you like put it in, under a bolt and it locks down. Is that what you're getting at? Is that why it gets dried up underneath the cap? So that should be the major parts that truly need the cleaning. What gold plugs do you use in your Savages? See if this guy's using the same thing. No. I've already opened all the packages. So what is this? The OS 8. I use the OS 8 for non-turbo, and then for turbo plugs I use the P3. Then it becomes a plumber. Clean before focused. Then you can see every speck. Yeah, I got a bigger brush that if I need to get all the way down in there, but I'm not that worried about it. OS 8 seems to be the best basic plug out there for the medium running engines. Yeah, and I think 8's hot. I think 4 is cold, 6 is medium, and 8's hot. I don't know if they have an ultra hot, but I know with like the turbo plugs, there's an ultra hot. But yeah, I always run the OS 8 or the P3. Those are my go-tos. Seem to be pretty decent for the most part. But then those big red engines, they take the long thread plugs. So like the old school, damn it, what are they called? Yeah, I have a couple of these McCoys. Come on, focus. Yeah, still got a couple of them left. But those are for the, like I said, the reds. think most of the rest of the stuff that I have takes the short threads. Like I said, this is the first live stream of yours I've watched, and it's awesome. I will definitely watch all you do. I also need to sub to a lot of new friends I have met here tonight. Oh yeah, thank you, Wild Man. We're on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central for a couple 3 hours. Sometimes we run on Sundays because we can't run during the week after I get off work because there's no light out. But yeah, 3 days a week if you're bored. Get the ramp. And for those of you that are new to the channel, if you want the cool Nitro engine heads for the emojis, you have to become a member to get those. I don't have a whole lot of other perks at the moment for being members, but something else I need to work on. Coming up with some perks. Make sure we're going the right direction. Should be able to see through that. If I get in the right spot. Yeah, I'm just being lazy about this. I could get up and look through the camera. But anyways, you guys get the idea. Just picked up a mini B. Nice. My mini B is fixed again, so now would be a great time for a ramp. Every new member gets a gallon of nitro. Whoa! Damn, Lotus, that's awful nice of you, bro. Lotus is handing out gallons of nitro for all new members. That's going to be an expensive membership gaining for Lotus. Have lots to do to make it JW tough. Oh, to your buggy. I get what you're saying. You have lots to do to make it JW tough. Leave a stock I did, and I won't ever financially recover. Lotus had to sell one of his kids, or not Lotus. Rinks had to sell one of his kids. See if you can find the member button on my page. Thanks a lot, Boatman. 30% flavor for me, please. To be willing out to be able to put sway bars on it. Oh, gotta be able to put sway bars on it. On your Losi B, Mini B. Was somebody saying the other day during my live that Losi is no longer in the racing game? Send you a picture of my VP30. Just have to upgrade to a V2. There are some cool little 10 scale buggies that would be kind of fun to play with. I mean, even the A scale, electric buggies would be kind of fun. It's just a whole new arm and a leg chunk of change you have to come up with. So Lotus is going to send you guys a picture of what it is that you win before he sends what you win. That's mighty nice of you there, Lotus. I know, Lotus, but it sounded cool. Everybody here thought you were giving out free gallons of 30%. I mean, that would be the ultimate membership winning item there. Man, you got to be rich if you give away a gallon of nitro during a live stream, whether it's somebody getting a membership or just doing like we spin the wheel and win the prizes. That would get pricey real fast. You know what? I almost forgot to, I'm going to go put this in some brake cleaner and get me a drink. I'll be right back, so don't go nowhere. Boatman going broke. Hey, appreciate you, Wild Man. Have a good night, sir. I know you're probably already gone, but I'll say bye to you anyways. Let us hit the lottery. We're all getting 30% nitro. Yay! It's a racing game. They just don't outright pay drivers. They're going to give out contingency money and discounts only. Ah. I see what you're saying, Rinks. I guess that's cool. Damn, you often 6 gallons? Wow. I want 6 gallons. Lotus must have nitro fuel on tap. You'll learn to love the 30%. Boatman going broke. Racing Los is a pain in the butt anyways. Parts availability was never as good as Team Associated, and they haven't updated the line in a very long time. You know, when I was running my Losi the other day with the Pico, I could tell the difference between it and the Mugen, which I know the settings on it are probably a little different and has something to do with it, but I could just tell in the handling, the way it was landing. I don't know, maybe the shocks have a different weight of oil in them, but yeah, I could tell a difference. I prefer the Mugen over the Losi for sure. I wouldn't mind getting a Team Associated. I've seen some really cool buggies, and I hear lots of good things about them. I've just never had one. Lotus, is that your YouTube channel? Oh, yeah, it says right there, my channel. Does it spell like your name here? Not really giving out nitro. Yes, you are. Yeah, everybody go check out Lotus's channel, drop him a sub. He's a great supporter of the channel. Hold out till he gives out the nitro. Rinks is a good supporter too, but man, he's an asshole. He always holds back on my likes until I hit the ramp or do something that he wants. Bitch Mugen but picked up the Mini B for fun. I love that Mugen. That Mugen MBX8 that I have. I like the Technos as well. I like the way they handle on the track, you know, just the same. But man, there's just something about those Mugens. Hit the lottery and drove off in a Hyundai. It's a Genesis. But that would get me some subs pretty fast, but the bank account won't last very long. For free. He snuck one in there. Good job, JW. Oh, hell, while you guys are at it, go check out Rinks' channel as well. He does lives on Saturdays, and he's pretty funny sometimes. No, he's got some good shit going as well. So, and I'm sure everybody in here is already subbed to Hybrid. If not, you've been living under a rock. JP's another good one to go sub to. Oh, there's Rinks' channel. Oh yeah, good job, Lotus. Something Lotus a while ago because I didn't want to miss his boat sinking. It's got too much kibble in it to sink. I mean, hey, a sub's a sub, right? It doesn't matter what the reason is. USS Kibbles and Bits. Yeah, mods, if you haven't heard the story, we had a little trade a while back, and somebody pulled up on my live when I was out running in a parking lot and basically gave me a nitro boat and traded it to Lotus. And well, apparently it had kibble in it. I never saw it. Lotus told me it had kibble in it. So we're going to take his word for it. I think it's got some good suction. Like the piston was up in there and trying to get it to turn out. It was stuck in there pretty good. So we definitely has some compression. It's creating a suction. I have kibble proof. I don't know, man. Did you ever put that in the video when you were showing that boat? I don't remember if you had the kibble in there or not. Give it the bits. Yeah, it is funny. I was doing a live and he goes, "Man, that boat you gave me was full of kibble." I was like, "Well, the guy that gave it to me told me that they were counterweights. I don't know anything about boats." So I thought either screws had fallen down inside there, or like he said, it had counterweight. No, apparently it was kibble. So Lotus fed the raccoons. Those who don't know, the USS Kibble is a 90s Kyosho Jetstream 1000 Nitro with a .36. It was a pretty cool boat. I kind of wish I was a boat guy and could have done something with it, but I just dumped some oil out on myself. Man, that thing's got some tight compression. That's a good engine right there. This is a tale of our castaway. Been here for a long, long time. My last trade, I got a Jetstream 800 electric. Nice. Here we go. Alright, so now we'll do flywheel. Just put a few more parts on it. Didn't do much, but looked pretty. He put some bling bling on it instead of go-go. Oh, hey, Rinks. My buddy that shows up at the track, you guys know him on here, is K&M Adventures. Um, I guess he used to race a lot when he was younger, and me talking about all the RC stuff has kind of got him back into it. So he bought the Mini B, and then he got the little Grom buggy, and then yesterday he went and got himself that what's that kit you got? Uh, RC10 something whatever, I don't know, but it sounded like it was the same thing that you have. So he's not into nitro yet, but I got him back into the RC hobby anyways. Nick B's back. What's up? How you doing? Replaced aluminum with titanium and bought the lightweight engine mount that weighs the same as the stock mount. Oh, JP's back. What's up? I didn't even see it. Just got home from work. That's all right. Sorry, the shows they start early when you're at work, and then they probably end early for you. But are you on West Coast time, or you just work late? Yeah, the B7. I'm pretty sure that's what it was that he got. The vintage nitro off eBay Sunday. Should be here Thursday, Friday. Hell yeah. Yep, Pacific Northwest. Hell yeah. Whereabouts? If you don't mind me asking. Time for the 3-shoe shuffle. No. One of these days I'll get that tool. But for right now, we do it the hard way. Seattle! Pretty much as far before Canada. Hell yeah. I would love to go visit the Northwest. Come on. Yeah, you got 2 of them. Ah, it hurts my hands. Yeah, JP's up there in Canada. We got a bunch of Canadians in here. No, I wasn't trying to do a Canadian accent. It just sounded funny. Heard there's a lot of good racing out there. Where? Up in Canada? Or where Rinks is at? Rinks does a lot of racing. I just go to the track and look like a fool. We call it practicing. All right, come on, cooperate. It's so slippery. Starting to hurt my thumbs. Can't wait to get the either my friend is gonna be but can't wait to get the off the guy you're giving me a brain aneurysm. And hey, you have to start somewhere, that's for sure. By no means half the time I'm lost. Yeah, we just go out there and try to have some fun, but it is cool. It is kind of addicting. And I don't know, I'd like to be able to fly around the track sometime. But yeah, right now, you can tell I'm a basher. Amateur basher. But I have a lot of respect for the people that can fly around that track and make it look easy. Because I cannot. I want to take a trip to Omaha and see if I can keep up with the addiction. You're always welcome, brother. Pretty much anybody in here is always welcome to come hang out and go check out the track. Oh, they don't care who shows up. $20 is $20. Oh, come on, get in there. Get in your home, stupid. I'm about to start throwing shit. That means is it easy, but on race day, there will always be someone there to help you out. I know. I know. I'm that kind of person. I'll get in there and start racing and spend way too much money. I've always been real competitive with anything that I pick up. So some things I try to stay away from because I know once I start, I'm going to try and be way too competitive and then it costs a lot of money. All right, I finally got the shoes on there. I always hate that part of the game. Get just a dab of this. Ow. Dab of the blue gold. Blowing bubbles. Ever been to a racetrack? Would love to try. Oh, you've only got to go to that little indoor carpet track that you go to? I mean, that seems like it'd be fun as well. But yeah, I love hitting the dirt jumps. The one in Kansas City, it's actually one of the suburbs, but they got a nice track. They do regionals and stuff there. It's a good size outdoor track. Can't wait till the weather gets a little nicer. Definitely gonna hit it. Yeah, that exhaust gasket's still in pretty good shape. You know what? The black would look better on here. I'm gonna save this guy. Hit those springs, that's for sure, especially taking them off. Yeah, it might work a little better if I got the tool, but I don't have the tool. I know I bet you $100 you can beat me. He's a ringer. It's just how to budget, know what you keep, breaking the entry fees, and a couple sets of tires. Yeah, right. Looks like it's ready to fire. Yes, sir. This engine has really good compression on it. Ought to get quite a few laps around that field. Oh, and Lotus, I noticed you'd said a couple times something about that when that Pico wouldn't start, you know, something about running around that field. That Pico was not the one I ran around the field. I wouldn't do that to the Pico. I did that to a cheap Alpha. Just in case you didn't know. Now you do. Yeah, this here's the second worst thing. Oh, really? Works better if you go under the... If you go under the idle screw. Or not. Zoom out. Is that better? I tried to zoom in to see if you guys can see some of the stuff better, but sometimes I get too close. Budgets, what's that? Want that pool starter off of that is? What pool starter off now? What are you talking about? Been to the bigger tracks, not a lot of dirt experience. The small tracks make the bigger tracks easier. A lot more room for activities. Yeah, I can imagine. Itching to burn and smell the nitro again. Yeah, I try to burn as much nitro as possible. I'm ready to run everything. 3-minute full throttle pulls. Hey, that little Alpha is a badass, man. That's just gonna keep right on running too. You know, but I keep it a little rich so it doesn't, you know, so it's not maxing out. I'm not saying it's good for it, but Cheap Alpha is a beast to have taken that and still run. Oh yeah, it ain't done yet. Trust me. 999 laps around that field. We did quite a few. That thing was on full throttle for like an hour. And just keeps right on going. And donuts in the lot after. Yes. Anyone interested in purchasing a great condition Team Magic? Shock. 1/8 pan car, aka GS Racing Sonic, will sell it with the stock SH engine and competitive SH Racing engine with power HD servos. Just what? Oh, just needs a transmitter receiver. Load so give you $5. Hey, that's a lot of money when you do the exchange. I got a road starter. I'll trade you for it. Hard to find. Original off on a pool starter. Talk about that? That's a force. I guess I should take it down a little bit here. Can you see that better? A coupon for a free fry at McDonald's. But you got to use it in his hometown. The large fries, $5. All right, Nick, you have yourself a good one. Appreciate you joining in. Well, let's see. so what time is it? I think we can get this thrown back in. Oops. Sit. Now, Force 32 came with it, Knucklehead. I don't know these things, Knucklehead. I don't know. We'll see. Wow, $2,100 real car bill. What the hell did you buy? A Lamborghini? Holy shit. Must have one of those big ass trucks. It's got its own work stand. Yeah, this engine mounting plate looks like it's fairly new. Like a lot of times you'll see the scratch marks from these bolt heads, but I almost wonder if he replaced it recently. You do layaway, Carlo? You ain't get no Lambo for $21K a month. He said $2,100 car payment. So to me, that's $2,100 a month times what? Figure 7 years. It was used. I know, Afna. You can make installments. It's called layaway. So with my new Klein screwdriver 11-in-1. They're nice, aren't they, bro? Okay, I'll send you the fried coupon for the first payment. You send it and pay shipping. Oh, that's messed up. Mini Cooper. Oh yeah, needs a timing chain. Covers, also oil pump. Had that done since 208,000 miles. Nice. What year is it? Is that a good deal? In my piece that I sent you. Deal on the in my piece that I sent you. I'm trying to think. Oh, God, I don't even remember. I have to go back and look at the price on it. Like I remember seeing it pop up, but I don't remember looking at the price. Give me my screwdriver back. a little bit loose. I'll slide over a little bit. Come on, turn on my MP9 this weekend. Nice. Ooh, a 2003. Hell yeah, them little Coopers are badass. Cooper with the supercharging is actually a Dodge Neon Explorer. Engine with a Ciro charger. Worked pretty good though. Not bad for that range. Shipping will suck too. A Fiat 500 also. Wow. How's that car treated you? Good night, Jay. Thanks for joining in, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm curious as to what shipping would be on that. It didn't cost very much to ship those dynamite screwdrivers. I also want to tighten it down. Got it tight. The 1.3 turbo is problematic. Fiat 70K on. His piggyback chip goes alright. Huh. Good night, Travis. Appreciate you, bro. All right, we're gonna go with that. Throw After you buy all that nitro, you're gonna be broke, Lotus. Yeah, we definitely have some shock oil cleaning to do on this guy. I'm gonna use Rince's credit card and pay for it all. Put that engine in the dart too, but the dart was just too heavy for it. Huh. That's a Jeep Renegades too. Put a 20% interest in one of those crooks can beat it. Found it. Yeah, here coming up pretty soon, we're going to start rebuilding the Kyosho. Just don't know exactly when. Coming soon. Not to the moon situation. You're almost better off going to a loan shark. Yeah, right? Why I think bankers are so rich. We pay them an assload of money to hold our money. If that makes any sense. Let's see, what's this got? It's got a 47 tooth. That other bill is a 17. So 47, 17. I don't think it was an 18 anyways. Oh, you know what? I got the little rubber caps. Where are they at? I've got one here somewhere. I've just seen it. Okay. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I need to fix that air filter before I put it back on there. It's all starting to get all crumbly. So we'll just use that to keep the dirt out for now. Alrighty, now we got the fuel tank. Yeah, with this one, we basically have ourselves another jumper if we want. Oh shit, but anyways, so it's mostly back together. What is it, 9/11? Alrighty, man. Yep, take it easy, big boys. Need the roll bar piece that bolts to the chassis in the middle to F the truck for that K46 previous owner trimmed it. That bolts to the middle. Are you talking about up here? Where it bolts to the handle? I need the roll bar piece that bolts to the chassis in the middle. What do you mean he trimmed it? I don't understand. But anyways, so there's got a few more things to get it cleaned up where it needs to be. This fuel line's probably gonna fall apart. As we've found out. I don't know how I had that originally, but that's a really long fuel line. Yep, that part. You can get these pretty cheap. They're not hard to find. But anyways, let's see where the 2 bolts that go behind the linkage. The dude chopped it up. Oh, over on that side? Well, why the hell would you do that? So cut this piece here. I mean, what kind of support are you supposed to get out of that? Yeah, this thing's gonna be fun. I can't wait. And of course, when we take it out and do whatever we're gonna do with it, it will not have the pink body on it. It'll either run with no body or... Well, where the hell did that oil come from? Must have dumped out of the engine through the carburetor. Yeah, it'll either have no body on it or a basher body. But, alright, it says crack. He's on crack. Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for joining in. We will be back tomorrow night. I think we're going to be painting. I'm hoping so. That's kind of the plan. So, be sure and check back in tomorrow, guys. All right, appreciate you. Thanks very much. Much love and peace.